TIFU by looking at my naked neighbor with binoculars. You should make a big sign that says, "It really was an accident," apostrophe. Then hang it in someone else's window. Outstanding move. Craig's mom's bush. Truly a magical bush to behold. Could become no less the burning bush depending upon said activity. Looking forward to the companion post, TIFU by taking a shower with my blinds open. Has something like this ever actually happened? I see a lot of comments like this. I'm pretty sure I've seen posts by people who knew each other. Like that one guy who threw a steak at his boss's window because it was undercooked. And his wife. Edit. Link to husband's post link. reddit.com/r/tifu/com/3m341/tifu_by_score/out_row_a_window/. Additionally, the wife's post. Don't read first link. reddit.com/r/tifu/comment/7jbzcs/tifu_underscore by_and_score/UTM_SOURCE=post_UTM_SCORE_MEDIUM_CONTENT. I'm glad to have passed on this wonderful story to you guys lol. Woman calls police and says man across the way is exposing himself in his window. Apostrophe. Cop comes. Says his window is at least 50 yards away. How do you know he is exposing himself? Apostrophe. She says take these binoculars and stand on this table. Apostrophe. I remember this. Even then she couldn't actually see him, but it looked like he was masturbating. Wait source? Question mark? This sounds great. Heather, I remember moving into my first high-rise. I lived on the 8th floor on top of a hill overlooking downtown. Beautiful view. My mom is helping me finish moving in, and I tell her she should look out my windows. As I open the blinds and we are looking out, the 25-year-old lady who lived directly across from me was just walking around with no clothes on. Blinds wide open. Clearly enjoying the sunlight. Your mom was happy for you. I'm happy for him as well. I died a little reading this. Ops a weird porn account. Can't have that much shame. So I had to look. It was what I expected. All you gotta do is open your blinds. Then walk around naked for her. If you notice her or anyone else looking, just wave at them. Check out the Hitchcock classic Rear Window. It features a scene like your TIFU. Stalk Op's profile for a minute and tell me he hasn't already. Your account history says this is a lie, and you were most likely, indeed, peeping on your neighbors. The binoculars were for bird watching, if ya know what I mean. You mean for booby link. Wikipedia. org/wiki/booby watching. So you needed binoculars to see her, and she saw you with the binoculars unaided? He didn't need the binoculars to see her. She was in the building across from him. But the binoculars did give him a really good view of her. Mom, if I'm gonna look at your lady garden, I'm gonna have to ask you to landscape it. So yeah. Accidentally lol. What were you expecting to see looking into people's windows? This is a nice alibi, Jude, but I don't think you can use a Reddit post in court. Really? If Yahoo News ever gets sued, fair duck then. Lots of coincidences in this story. As a matter of fact, a lot of stories in this subreddit have many coincidences. Just laugh and move on. Sign kinda sus NGL. If being a peeping Tom is a crime, I'm pretty sure Reddit posts can't be used as a legal defense. Was she hot? This was a critical point left out of the story. This is the only detail we need. This happened a while ago, but yet you're sitting there scared and shitting your pants now? Get out of here, you nosy little pervert, or I'm gonna slap you silly. In the producer Michael video this week on YouTube, they reviewed a high-rise penthouse apartment in LA. When they got to one of the bathrooms, they noticed the toilet is right up next to the window. The whole bathroom is floor-to-ceiling window, so if you're walking around right out of the shower, you have quite a view of the city. The guys, Michael and Adam, were kind of arguing. Michael said the windows have to have a reflective film on them. There's no way you're just seen to the world while sitting on the toilet. After they left, Adam went across the street to the neighboring building. He zoomed in and, yep, There's no coating on the windows. So if you're sitting on the toilet or walking around naked in your bathroom, there's a whole other building that can sit there and watch you. A nice story. Thanks for telling. It sounds very interesting to live there. This is illegal in Singapore. Not the looking part, but being naked in your own apartment in view of others. Had a crappy small apartment in college and inherited some binoculars. My apartment was right next to a small playground. As in right next to a playground. Just threw the binoculars on the table in my kitchen and didn't think of it. Threw a shitty party and someone was like, "Why are these next to the window facing the playground?" I was unable to convince anyone that I wasn't some perv. The playground was like 20 from my window. Why would I need crappy binoculars lol? Also, I'm pretty sure I never even saw anyone on the playground anyway other than drunk college kids. I have had a similar experience. We were out on a lake on a boat and we were docked up next to a bunch of big houseboats. I was checking out the shore and slowly panned over the houseboats nearby, where some people were swimming, only to see a middle-aged, very naked man on the deck pointing at me, dancing and helicopter decking wildly, while the rest of the people tubing in the water cheered. On one hand it was ducking hilarious, but on another hand it made me feel like a creep that all these people thought I was watching them enough to need to do that lol. Something about binoculars, man. You could be looking in 360 possible degrees, but if that one degree happens to be one with another person, that person is 100% going to assume you are surveilling their ass without a doubt lol. You just cannot not look suspicious with a pair of binoculars, I guess. Unless you're a detective or something. In fact, maybe Op should worn their trench coat and fedora. I'm sure that will defuse the situation promptly. Mladdy. But yeah, I just wanted to say this story resonated with me on a visceral, carnal level. The image will forever be burned into my mind. Carrot, he was not what I would call in shape. Close bracket. Hey, now, round is a shape. I just looked your post history. There's no way this was an accident. Shiva. You can always pull an Al Pacino blindness from scent of a woman. If they don't believe you, just start screaming Charlie. What life? I got no life. I'm in the dark here. You understand? I'm in the dark. Accidentally. Stop worrying. You didn't do anything illegal. That's legal in the US. At least, even if you're intentionally spying on someone with magnified optics. Especially from your own property. It's on them to close their blinds if they don't want anyone to see in. How is nobody asking if he'd do it again? Was she a babe op? I see ops using this post to attempt to cover himself when the knocks come. As weird as this is, it's perfectly legal op, so nothing can happen to you. As long as you're in a public place or on your own property, you can look at anything you want using any equipment you want. It is up to the owner of the property to keep anything they don't want seen out of view, so if you're naked, shut your curtains. R/don't caress or boobs. Amateur hour shit right there man. Next time turn out all the lights first. Then in a panic, make a TIFU post on Reddit, so you have a chance at a cover story. Yo, what happens if op is actually a stalker? And just wrote this TIFU post as plausible deniability for being accused as a stalker. Lol. I wouldn't believe you, but I doubt she'd make any attempt to call you out on it. She'd have to admit to leaving her blinds open and walking around naked. This reads exactly like a still game scene. Well, did anyone knock on your door? This reminds me of my wife and I recently sitting on the balcony of our apartment with a drink late one night. We were just talking, and then she stops mid-sentence. Looking across the street, we saw some movement going on in one of the apartments with the lights on. After spending a minute trying to figure out if they were having sex or someone was being murdered, the girl looked out the glass patio door they were having sex in front of to see us both just staring at them. We noped the duck back inside and closed the blinds in embarrassment. The real power move is to wave and then give them a show back. I don't even know how I will explain myself. Exactly the same way you just did here. This is hilarious. Reminds me of a time I was waiting at a bus stop and noticed a kid/teen looking around with binoculars from across the street. Second story window. Entertained. I watched them and literally watched them do a double take when the binoculars finally landed on me. Someone staring back at them. They dashed behind a curtain and swung it shut. It has been about 8 years and I still remember that experience fondly. Anyone know what type of phrase "so this just happened a while ago" would be an example of? The thought escapes me at the moment. I don't think it's an oxymoron. But is it a paradox? I'd say it's an oxymoron. Did it just happen? Or was it a while ago? Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.